Alrighty then, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and hello to you, everyone! Hello, sadly about to sleep, but I will give the host of you. Thank you, Raikon. You are a wonderful person and a human being. Thank you. Yes, hi guys, welcome. My name is Michael, I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Curse of Strahd, our D&D 5th edition adventure that takes place in the lands of Barovia. And that is not the artwork I wanted. I found a new one. Behold. Bam! Castle Ravenloft. How cool is that? That's awesome. Yeah, behold. Yes. That's cool. That is now officially the starting screen background. All right. So anyway, yeah, welcome. So what we do every Wednesday is we gather up with, of course, these fine and lovely people who are Patreons to the Dead Aussie Gamer channel, and we play a game. We play Curse of Strahd. Joining me, of course, are a very colorful group of individuals who have made their way into Castle Ravenloft and are enjoying their delve into the realms of all things gothic and horror. Good evening, lady and gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello. Now, before we begin, guys, the one thing I want to tell my audience is, unfortunately, over the last few weeks, we've had so many people coming and going from the chat and the channel. Hello. Ooh, I've got spooky sounds coming in through. You're not supposed to be on yet. Stop it. Shh. I know I haven't shared it yet. It's just for me. It's just all of a sudden my room just started freaking out. Anyway, as I was saying, over the last few weeks we've had an influx of audience members, which is absolutely wonderful for the channel, and greatly appreciate the people who are here and watching stuff. But I feel really disappointed because every time we've done the plot twists that we normally do on the show, I never get through all of them. So we're now making plot twists via the plot twist deck, available as a channel point reward. So if you guys want to influence the game, check out the channel points. There are a bunch of things that you guys can do to influence any game that I am GMing, as well as if you would like to, remember, I'm always keeping my eyes on the chat, so if you guys have any suggestions, I invite you to come behind the GM screen with me and help me run this game for these amazing people.
And I am too, in case Michael forgets, so...
Yeah, there you go. So, without any further ado, let's meet these wonderful people and find out about the characters that they're playing, starting with none other than Vagag, being played by Immersion Diversion, aka Neil. Good evening, good morning, how are you, sir?
I'm good, how are you?
I am super well, thank you. Tell us about Vagag, and yeah, just tell us about Vagag.
So, Vagag is a Goliath wizard, and he comes from the school of Fairhaven, probably one of the bigger colleges of wizardry. And he came to Barovia looking for his students because the students had gone missing, so he came to investigate, in which he also got engulfed in the fog of Barovia. Had currently found one of his students, but in not a happy way. Discovered one of my students had been turned into a zombie, and so that was a whole sad endeavor. Like, super sad.
Yeah, that was a whole thing. So, yeah, Vagag is doing so. Oh, is Vagag quiet? Okay, Vagag, can you say something once more?
Yeah. So Vagag has
All right. Yep.
2 out of the 3.
Okay.
That are still alive, hopefully. But yeah, and maybe there's some stuff that was on Clyde's body that Vagag didn't see that was still there. So he's gonna check that out before we go. But he's got Clyde's drawing book to bring back home. So.
All right, fantastic. I love it. Next up, of course, Argento, played by the ever wonderful Charles from Iron God Games. How you doing, mate?
How's it going tonight?
Going well. Tell us about Argento, our dragonborn friend.
Argento, what is there really to say about the dragonborn paladin who has all of a sudden learned how to be a paladin, let's say. He's a different kind of character, a bit more of a beat the hell out of someone now, ask him questions later type. Very aggressive, sort of just loves to get into the mix of things. Comes from a rough sort of school of hard knocks background as a former child growing up in the slave rings and sort of being exposed to some really dark and eerie things from his past. So he's here to sort of hunt out any evil there is and send it to where it needs to go. As I said, no questions, just you're evil, you've got to go, and that's how that's going to go down. So,
Well, you say there's no questions, but I feel like there were a lot of questions from Argento last week.
Yes,
with the
yes.
discovery of a certain vintage in Strahd's cellar. Is that something sounds familiar?
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think with Argento at this stage, as I said, he's really starting to find out and discover a lot about himself, finding the old Silverborn vintage in in Strahd's wine still there, triggered something in the Dragonborn, and we'll see how he sort of plays that out and how it sort of plays into the whole group and the decisions that I guess he'll start to make.
Awesome. All right. Next up, Demiro, played by my dear and wonderful friend Tim. Good evening, Tim.
Good evening, Michael.
Good evening. What color is your jumper?
Jumper? It's
Your
It's
thing.
blue and red.
it's blue and red.
Is it?
Blue and red.
It's coming. I mean, maybe it's just me. It looks neon pink. I've known Tim for years. I don't think I've ever seen him wear neon pink. That's why I grew concerned. I was like, is that my
Michael's
camera? That may
becoming
be something.
colorblind.
Here's your camera.
Okay, maybe it's my
Michael's
camera.
been
All right.
staring at his
I
players
don't
too
mind if
long.
it's neon pink. It's fine.
Yeah, fair enough. Pink's a cool color. All right, tell us about. I was gonna say, because in matching to your flamboyant hooded jumper thing, of course, is your equally flamboyant character, Demiro, the satyr bard. Tell us about your character, good sir.
Yes, Demiro does enjoy jumping in and being part of the life of the party, and always seeking company and good stories. And so he's a far traveler from distant lands, set off to not seek fortune, but to seek new experiences, try new things. He's almost obsessed with seeking out new and interesting things, you could say, and has a somewhat drawn to the liquors and tempting things that he finds in each land. But so far has managed to survive all of that and found a lovely group of people to find new adventure with. Barovia certainly seems to be trying to drag everyone's spirits down, so he's sort of fighting against that where he can. Yeah, so he's probably master of the tongue, but thinks he's good at everything else.
All right, fantastic. And Tasriel's been Demiro has been absolutely amazing. I was going to say, Tasriel, thank you so much for your $10 donation. I would like to invite you to give a player or a character of your choice inspiration as a starting bonus to the game. So yay. Vagog, you're going to need it.
Sweet. Ow! You suck, but thank you.
You suck, but thanks. Tasriel, you're only delaying the inevitable. I will get Neil. One of his characters will die on my table. I guarantee it. All right.
Yeah, we admit that.
Yeah. You know what? I was doing that voice long before I met your narrator and found his channel, and then I started hearing him, and I was like, God damn it! Like that is like my drama voice, like to a T. But I love him. He's awesome. Anyway, I digress. Last, but certainly not least, playing the role of the enchanting changeling cleric Esther is none other than the wonderful and amazing McKinley, or McBluff, as you may know them on Discord and Facebook and YouTube and Twitch and all the other things that we see McBluff on. Because I find McBluff in weird places. Like I've seen you like on painting streams and on like it's like and I'll be there completely oblivious, and I'll just be like, hey, I know you. Yeah, McBluff. The awesome.
I've seen her over on mine every once in a while. That's
There you
kind
go.
of
See,
cool.
there you go. So,
Yeah.
good evening, good morning. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing splendidly, thank you. Tell us about your character Esther and your journey into Strahd's Castle of Death.
Will do. But first, I was just thinking about something. Whenever Argento was going, so if they're Silverborn, is that like lead? Putting lead into the.
Maybe. Maybe it's lead wine. Yeah,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
exactly right.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's a metallic taste to this dragonborn wine versus a chromatic, which kind of tastes like paint, I guess. I don't know. Maybe.
There's many complications that arise, but anyways, so Esther's kind of like she's kind of like with Argento, where he's like no questions asked. Esther's kind of like also as resolute, but in the opposite way, where she's going to get as much information as possible before making any decision about like hurting someone. So she's like, we're both resolute, but in different ways, like the opposite ends of the spectrum. She's like, get as much information, figure out what's going on, give no injustice to any person.
Very cool, very cool. And how do you find your current situation? I mean, Strahd's castle is, of course, very interesting for Esther for a number of reasons. Strahd's shown his presence a number of times to our fortune-telling savant. How do you feel being in his castle?
Well, she doesn't really regard it as anything other well, she can tell like the situation is different, but the overall like general feel is just like this is just another person. This is just another house. Basically, it looks fancy and has creepy stuff going on, but her like sentiment is this should be treated no differently. I'm not going to come into this thinking it's any other like housewarming. Like just like I would go into anyone else's house the same way, just maybe a bit more formal here.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that because there's a lot to be said about customs of what's the word? We keep saying it. It is courtesies.
Hospitality.
Hospitality, that's the word. Yes, hospitality. And it's very interesting how this game is playing out. So, without any further ado, let us begin. Alas, Samjan, have a wonderful day or night, whatever time it happens to be. I wish you all the best until the next time that our paths cross. Stay safe, stay wonderful, stay amazing. And with that, we return once more to the hallowed and desolate halls of Castle Ravenloft, home to the Count known as Strahd. Deep beneath the castle proper, in the basement that lies beneath the castle itself, we find our heroes, Vagag, Argento, Demiro, and Esther, as they have recently managed to defeat a slew of superfied zombies, creatures that were being stewed in a large cauldron that was being protected by the weird and eerie caretaker, a man by the name of Cyrus. Among the zombified remains of those that attacked our group was, alas, one of Vagag's students, Clyde, the druid with hope and dreams of one day protecting his own forest, had his dreams cut short here beneath the crypts and the dark and loamy soils of Barovia. After a quick word and a fond farewell, the zombie was dispatched, and the sounds of footsteps are the only thing that can be heard against the cobblestone, as Cyrus has beaten a hasty retreat, heading towards the south side of the castle, moving as quickly as possible. It is here that we begin our adventure. Sir Lancelin Tem says,
Well, I'm very sorry about your loss. I know that that perhaps this Clyde may have been very important to you, but there are still many in danger. If we don't find Irina beneath the stone here, we're gonna have to explain that to the town. We cannot let Strahd have his way. Well, there will be time to mourn Vagog, but I believe it won't be now. And for what it's worth, I am sorry for your loss, and also for punching you in the testicles.
Oh, it's all right. I quite deserve that. I was just trying to protect my student.
I understand.
I apologize again.
No, it's quite fine. No, the fault was truly mine. I am of course a champion of the lands, and I should not anger so quickly. It really angers me when tall folk decide to try and stand up to me. You know, anyway.
You're very strong, and I appreciate that.
Oh, well,
You are
thank you.
amazing.
And you are very wise and kind.
I should probably avoid doing it too many times for likely that Argento may think it's a game.
Magog is going to take a quick look around, see if there's anything else applied that that he may have left on the ground other than the book, but mainly just taking the book with him for sentimental.
Sure. You take the leather-bound book, and besides the book, you can only see within this kitchen a very macabre collection of tools that you believe would be used for cooking, but also for butchering. A large sink made of stone sits in the corner of this room, filled with dried blood. In addition, a very bizarre-looking tome sits upon a shelf. It does not take you long to realize what it is. It is a cookbook. It simply reads, How to Serve 100 Guests.
Oh wait, there's space dust on the book.
Space dust. We're gonna go and grab the cookbook. And kind of peer through it quickly. See if there's
Very
anything
well.
quite.
You take hold of the book and you immediately open it. As you do so, I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Inspiration.
No, did you not see this?
I have plus 3, and I will use inspiration.
Very well, you roll with advantage. While you're doing so, a very big
I use
shout out.
mind mode.
A very big shout out and thank you to Black Vader 3525. Thank you for the subscription. You are a wonderful human being, and I hope that you have the best of days. And of course, another shout out to BW Rabbit Girl. Thanks for tuning in, and hope that you are having an equally wonderful and amazing day. Now,
Esther was trying so hard to get your attention.
Esther, you are trying as Vagog reaches for this book, but Vagog is just obsessed. You know, he's an old professor for this kind of history museum, you know, kind of like university type thing. He's like, ooh, a book, and he reaches out and he picks it up.
Amir, I'll slap you too.
as he opens the book, inside he sees exactly what Strahd is able to serve. It conducts almost infernal rituals for the dismemberment and serving of corpses. You're basically taken aback, and as you do so, you feel queasy. Your character is nauseated, and you'll be nauseated for the next 3 minutes.
Okay. This is a necromancer's cookbook.
It is not a necromancer's cookbook. Necromancing cookbook
know,
implies that you will be cooking the dead. You see that there are plenty of pages that outline in very explicit detail how to cook the still living.
Oh, okay. A cleric's cookbook?
All right. The footsteps continue to get further and further away.
Argento just looks around and says, "Where is Webfoot? Where did he
Ran
go?
off.
Which direction?"
Demira
Yeah.
points down the corridor where he saw Cyrus beginning to leave. It's not too far away.
I mean,
right.
surely he can't run very fast.
So yeah, I'll move out into the middle of the court. I don't have the map up, so I can't move my toe.
Ta-da!
Yeah. So I'll move out to
They'll
here
never
and
catch
basically,
me.
I'll just yell out to it, and I'll basically yell, "Webfoot,
Looks like he's
get
running.
back here!"
See
I
this?
call him Webfoot. All right. So I yell, "Webfoot, come back! Get back here!"
No.
Oh. So I turn and look at the group, as if to say, "What do you guys? You want me to chase him? You guys want? What do we want to do?" I'm just
I'll
waiting for the
wander
word.
out. Well, and I'll just call out slightly loud. Well, since Cyrus has left us here, I assume that means we're free to show ourselves around.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. It's dangerous in the Master's kingdom. You'll regret it, just as you regretted going into the kitchen.
If only we had a guide to show us.
If only you left!
What if Argento just says, what if I go check these doors at the end of the hall? Let's see what's in there.
I mean, it would be in a good servant's duty to return to guests.
Make a persuasion check.
The gang is going to pocket the book and then also come out.
You pocket the recipe book?
Well, no.
You are aware all that's going to do is sicken
I'm
you
gonna
every time
burn
you
it
open it,
later.
right? That's the effect. The effect is open this book and be sickened.
Well, what if I open it in front of an end? and then
They
make
don't
them-
care. They eat people. These are the people they're feeding them to.
They're gonna be like, that looks like a good dish. I'll have that next to
They're inspired.
Good lord,
Yeah.
Neil. All right.
I'm gonna burn
With a
the-
persuasion check of 24.
He says, but you don't listen to your guide. You kicked open the door. You went into the kitchen.
Well, that was Argento. Argento
I was
is
hungry.
not good at listening. But
He's
the rest
not
of us
listening. I will only come out if you agree to go upstairs to the room that was prepared for you.
Well, surely 4 out of 5 of us listening is
No.
good odds.
No. No. The master will be cross. The master will blame me. I will be kicked. No. I know what I'll do. I'll go get the dogs.
Dogs.
Esther.
So
What were you gonna say, Argento?
no, I was just calling on you, saying I could see you wanted to say something.
Okay. Well, there were 2 things, but I can start with Cyrus if you prefer.
Let's start with Cyrus. All right.
Okay. Sorry.
Mhm.
Or did he already leave?
No, he hasn't left yet. At least he's still within earshot. So when they were talking to him, he was far enough away that they couldn't see him, but he could still yell back, and that's what he's been doing.
Okay. So, Esther's. But I'll just explain it. Esther's kind of noting that everyone else is sort of going with a not intimidation, but sort of
They're lying to
different-
me.
yeah, just like trying to like coerce him in a certain way. There's like, well, you should be a good host. You like servant. You should be like the just like trying, kind of being a bit mean in some ways, but
They're very mean.
yeah. And then they are and just like. That's just like, Mr. Bellevue.
Yes. What?
Sorry. You just got loud, I'm sorry.
Sorry. I'll be quiet. That's the last thing I'm going to say. I'm not going to interrupt you anymore.
Would you be quiet?
I'm trying to be nice to you, sir. Which such a trap. We intend you no harm, sir. You must understand, this is a strange situation for us. We only want to know what we are meant to do here. We don't intend you harm. And she's not really speaking to kind of like get him to come back or get him to do anything. She's just really trying to reassure him in a sense.
But if you don't listen and you keep breaking into places, then Master will be angry. Master will take it out on poor Cyrus, and poor Cyrus's bones are so brittle. You must promise that the big dragon will listen. And stop kicking indoors. It's expensive, you know.
We promise that the dragon will listen, and we can repair doors for you.
He sort of hobbles.
Come back now, sir.
He hobbles back over, and you hear the door creak. Eee!
You promise?
Oh yes, I promise you'll listen.
And you'll fix the door?
I believe
lift
we
up my
have
hands.
the ways of fixing the door.
Esther?
Sorry. I lifted my hands and then I put one out for mending.
All right. As you stretch your hands out, the magics from your spell begin to cast and travel from your hands through these illuminated veins that then pass on into the door. You watch as the wood begins to stitch and mend, and the door that was busted in by Argento to the kitchen is now being repaired as the splinters start to match seamlessly with where they've been broken apart. He steps out from around the corner. All right. Oh, you promised. No. Okay, so for our lovely audience members, I'm going to share an image of Cyrus. So there he is. Also, I would like to give a very warm and very hearty welcome to Ardana. So good to see you. I hope you're having a wonderful day. I hope you had a wonderful stream. Please let me know what you were doing in the chat below. For those of you who came with Ardana's raid, our group is currently trying to convince the caretaker of Strahd's castle to continue escorting them through the lower reaches. They have been invited by Strahd, and some rooms have been prepared upstairs, though they don't necessarily trust what's going on. Argento has found a cellar filled with barrels that contained the bloody remains of his people, the Silver Dragonborn, mixed in with the wine, and Vagag has found his former student dead and turned into a soup. These two are in a very emotional state, but Demiro, Esther, and their NPC companion, Sir Lancelin Tem, are doing their best to keep things together and allow the group to proceed unhindered by Strahd's defenses. Okay.
All right. Well, then I believe you. If you would follow me, masters, I will lead you upstairs.
Lead the way.
He opens the door and gestures for you to follow.
Esther?
Sorry.
Esther?
But before we go, there was a second thing, if I may.
Oh, yeah, sure. Sorry, I did forget about that. Yep, what was your second thing?
Oh, no worries. So, Esther has this kind of habit I've seen of, when something is distressing her, she doesn't tell anyone. Or at least when it doesn't seem like it's going to cause danger. She is not doing well in the this sort of kitchen and butchering area, especially with the cookbook. And I was gonna react quicker to the guy taking it, but I wasn't sure if she saw it. Did she see it?
Yeah, no, you would have seen Vagag take the How to Cook Humans book and place it into his pouch. Absolutely.
Okay. So Esther just like looks terrified, and then but she has to focus on Cyrus, so she just like helps get Cyrus back first, and then she walks with Vagog and says,
Does
Vagog, do
Vagog
not
look at
hold that
her?
book.
Okay, yeah. Don't worry, Esther. I was planning to take it to burn it later. No one
No, let's
know how
let's
to do this stuff.
let's not deal with it.
You don't want to burn it?
We shouldn't take it with us. You don't look well just looking at it. Carrying it is probably not a good idea.
Uh,
The recipes are probably terrible anyway.
well, yeah, that's why I would like to burn it so no one could use it later.
Oh no, I mean they'd probably
But-
cooked for the wrong period of time, the wrong spices. It's all wrong. It
Okay.
smelled horrible in there.
Well, that being said, there is, of course, a large pit of fire in the center of the room here.
Oh, okay. Toss it in.
You throw it in the book. You throw the book in there.
I do, yes.
As you do so, bear with me while I just prepare my
Uh-oh.
next scene. Now,
Uh-oh.
here we go. All right.
Esther was going in between, don't touch anything and get rid of this book. And she made the rash decision of letting this happen. Just like, as much as she wants to just be like, let's be safe, just like, I can't deal with this right now. I can't deal with this book.
Okay, and then that's when I toss it into the fire and start to leave the room. Before.
All right. Before you leave the room,
I guess they're not talking with Strahd anymore.
all right. Here we go. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. All right.
No.
All right, that music is just going to come in, and I have no idea when it is. Okay. But as you throw the book within the inside of the flames, they begin to engulf the small tome in this greenish fire. The fire then causes the book to twist and turn. It looks a bit strange at first, and then suddenly begins to form a giant set of teeth that turn into a maw. As you have decided to cook the cookbook, it transforms and lashes out at you very suddenly. As standing in front of you is...
Oh no! I'm in a big book. Oh shoot!
as a book, as a book, mind you, but for our lovely fans at home, bookik!
Oh no! Why did it eat me when I grabbed it? Should I just done it then? Oh no!
All right. Yes, a giant book with teeth
Oh no!
suddenly opens its jaws, and as it does so, it and will attempt to chomp at you. We're gonna go into initiative.
Oh no!
There we go. As we fly into battle. We start with Vagog. However, in the surprise round,
Yeah.
it is going to try to bite you. It misses! Yeah.
Yes!
However, it does have advantage
Oh.
because you are unaware of it. But it still misses.
Yeah!
All right. It is more shocked that it has managed to avoid biting at you. And yeah, now it is your turn. Also, I've added in a new thing that I want to try out. So, Ardana has lurked. It is now up to you people in our lovely audience, to protect Ardana while she is gone. Type the exclamation "protect" symbol in order to
Let's
figure
see
out
this.
what you. Oh no, I'm a terrible watchman. I'm a terrible watchman. I do not protect her. Somebody else help. Somebody help, please. So type in exclamation mark "protect" in order to protect our lurker while they are away. Yeah, there we go. That's much better. 13. It's fantastic. All right. Good job.
Ah,
All right.
that's fun.
Fantastic. That's a little
right.
bit of fun we're doing now. All right. So Vagog, what do you do as the creature lurks, its teeth dripping with this caustic saliva?
I am going to. I kind of want to get out of the room, but at the same time run past Esther, like run next to like Esther, pick her up, and continue running. So yeah, I'm going to kind of well, not really. I can't disengage and grab her, so I'm going to run past it, gaining the. Actually, you know what? I forgot. So being next to it, I can still cast spells, but not like ranged attack spells. Right? So like if I cast a touch on myself to do mage image or not mage armor, mirror image, I would be able to do that.
Yes, you should be able to.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast mirror image on myself.
Okay.
As the clock, and all of a sudden an after image of myself starts to show up.
Very well. You watch as several versions of you suddenly appear in the same space, ducking and diving within the same kind of short area. The mimic.
And then I'm going to run to Esther to attempt to pick her up as I'm running by. I don't know what kind of action would be. Would it be an action to pick her up?
Let's
or
say
just
an
run?
athletics check, unless
Okay.
Esther is going to go with you just willingly. Oh, that's an okay. That's a yes, I'm going willingly.
Oh, okay.
That's a no, I don't want to go willingly. Don't touch me. Slap.
Like you caused
There
this.
is-
You fixed
something,
this.
something would happen.
No.
Well, she wouldn't understand what's going on, so we're just like, what the
Yeah, okay. So Vagog, make an athletics check then as you
Oh.
rush past. Okay,
Yeah,
Esther,
17.
he wraps his hand around your waist and picks you up and begins to leave. All right. 10, 20, so I would say you get to about there with Esther.
Okay.
Now, the book suddenly transforms both covers, the back and front, into a set of bat-like wings. It starts to screech in pain that you've thrown it in the fire. As it then flies and attempts to close on your head.
Can Demiro and Argento hear that?
Over the sound of the roaring
Oh,
fire
so,
and a closed door, probably not.
hang on, I need to with mirror image.
Ugh,
What was it?
nothing. Nope, it doesn't hit, even if it were to hit
Okay.
you. Yep. So it
Okay.
it attempts to grab your head. It just does not, as it attempts to close near you. That is all it does. Cyrus hears the noise. He says, "What's that? There's already trouble. See, you're all trouble."
Run!
I'm sure they're just on their way.
As you see Magog getting
It
his
sounds
fire.
like, it smells like something's on fire.
They were fixing the door.
With fire?
Sometimes magic smells like that.
Okay. I will trust you. But they better not burst out of that door with some horrible monstrosity chasing after them. Or by Jove, I've had enough of you.
Are
Demiro.
you saying that there's a strange monstrosity that would chase them out, though?
No. But if that was the thing that happened, then that'd be a reason why I wouldn't trust them.
Well, I guess we'll just have to trust you on that as well.
I guess we
Nope.
will. They both start glaring at each other.
Trust them.
A good thing we're all trustworthy here.
So trusting.
Nothing but trust as far as the eye can see. Demiro, it's your turn.
What could turn a man's heart so trusting?
The book with teeth.
I'll go over and have a look through the door.
Yep. You look through the door. You can see Vigag's head is being attacked by a giant flying book. He has Esther under his arm like a rugby ball.
Oh, that all seems to be going on fine in there.
Slam the door shut. Lock it. Yep. Nothing to see here.
This is just normal.
Is that it? You're just looking behind the door, saying this is normal, and that's it?
No, that's yeah.
I mean, you can.
There's a level of furious she didn't know she could reach at this point.
I
No.
hum a ditty of slow on the book.
Very well. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, no reason for the humming.
All right. Do I need to make a saving throw?
Yes, I will drag it on.
Oh, wunderbar. This is bad. He is slowed. You watch as he flaps, and then it can't really stay aloft like that, so it's gonna like land, as it were.
And then I'll just step aside so I'm not blocking the door.
All right, very well. Next up, of course, we go to Argento.
Yes.
Argento, the door in front of you has been beckoning you. We go into the mind of Argento for a fleeting moment, where he looks down at a brass handle. The brass handle has a very smooth kind of like when you grab it by the side, and there's like this emblazoned woman with a very sultry body, molded into the handle, and it looks to Argento and says, "Hold on, wait, I've got this. This is perfect."
Argento. Argento. Open me, Argento. I'm not dangerous. There's nothing behind me.
Max just down there like, what have I got myself
So
into?
as Argento stands looking towards the door and Webfoot and everybody, he normally would go running towards what's going on, but he sort of reaches behind him slyly, looking for the door handle to gently open the door and just stand there as if the door creaks open. So he reaches back and grabs it to see if it's unlocked and he can open it.
Oh, it is so unlocked. It is like so unlocked. As soon as you brush the handle, the door, you hear the door open slightly.
I take it we couldn't hear the voice.
No, you couldn't.
So as the door opens, I just stand there for a second and then turn around and just say, "This door just opened. What is going on in here?"
Stop opening doors, I keep telling you.
I didn't open the door. It just opened on its own. It was saying, "Open me," and it just opened. I don't know what's
What?
going on here. What kind of outfit is this? Strange place. You got my relatives over there in a barrel, by the way.
What?
Not very happy with you, webbed foot.
What?
Now doors are opening.
Ooh, calling me Webfoot's not very nice either.
He's just been overly descriptive.
Okay, well.
What's in this room anyway? What's in here?
Nothing.
Well, what's at the bottom of the well?
Definitely not dragon skulls.
Oh. You sure about that?
Little sweat beads dripping down his face as you're asking him this. Just no. All right.
Then I tell Webfoot, "What is that down the hall there?" And then he turns to look. I
Yeah.
take a step inside the room. So then I step inside the room.
He's
All
just
right.
gone. He closes the door behind him. He's like,
Very well. All right.
oh no.
I will describe the room on the next round. Esther, you are currently being lifted aloft by, of course, your by the waist as Vagog the Goliath has picked you up and is currently fleeing from a cookbook that is now trying to eat you. Also, by the way, thank you so much for everyone who has just joined us in chat. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. Welcome to my channel. You are behind the GM screen with me in the chat, so feel free to comment away. Like, yeah, your reactions are pretty much mine at this point. All right, Esther, where are we at?
Okay. I don't like. You don't actually feel it, like actually, but it's possible that there's a heat coming off of Esther. Just like she is very upset right now. She's like, okay, whatever's going on out there, whatever's going on in here, I am done with this. So she's like, why did we have to do this? Why are we all doing this?
You're just like, this is why we can't have nice things.
So she's just going to, like, she can't move because guess what? She's being held. So
Yeah.
she's just like, in Infernal, she's just gonna say to the book, "Can we please wrap this up?" In Infernal, she's just like done. She's like, no, I'm like, she's talking in Infernal. She's like, no, this is it.
All right. Esther is super angry, Vagog. You're not sure what's more dangerous, the flying book with teeth or the person you have in your arm. Okay. Yeah. Esther, you can... I'll say that in this particular instance, you could have a defensive stance. So attacks against you are at disadvantage as you are kind of protecting yourself for this round. All right. Sir Lancelin, our gnomish paladin. He sees Argento heading in that direction, and as Cyrus walks past to kind of look where Argento was pointing, Sir Lancelin goes,
Oh, look! It appears as though there is a shiny quarter on the floor.
What? Where? He looks down, and as he looks down, Sir Lancelin sort of pushes him very slightly over. Esther's reaction. You can't see him do this.
Yeah.
She senses it. Okay, she senses it.
I sense nonsense. All right, here we go. Oh no, he rolled a natural one. Oh. So he reaches down towards to try and push Cyrus. Let's see how Cyrus does. Because I mean, he might not. All right.
Is he just going for Cyrus?
Oh, so that well, either way. So yes, he tries to push over Cyrus and absolutely fails. He touches him on the back, and as Cyrus sort of stands up, he looks at Sir Tem, who's like got his hand on his back. Sir Tem kind of shares a look, and Cyrus is looking, and Tem is looking, and Cyrus is looking, and Tem is looking, and then Sir Tem, basically just starts patting him on the back.
Good work, guy. It seems as though you caught my my test. I was seeing if you were truly a helpful host, recognizing that I was only joking about the coin. You were quick to ascertain that there was not actually a coin in the first place. Well done. I will be sure to put this on my review of this amazing bed and breakfast. As he tries to bluff his way out of this scenario.
Could I use sleight of hand and just flick a coin down there?
Yeah. Well, let's find out what the bluff does. Oh. Yeah, he's a paladin. He's not good at bluffing. Let's see how we go. Oh, he made it!
Yes, my lord. My master has definitely good taste in minion.
All right. There we go.
Excellent trust exercise, guys.
Yes, all the trust.
Yes, all the trust. We are definitely trusting individuals.
All three, Demiro and Sir Tem and Cyrus, they're just like eyeballing each other. Trusting Trustersons over here, I guess.
The trust is palpable.
All right, Vagog, it is your turn. A giant book is still trying to eat you.
Yep. I'm gonna run outside the door and taking the opportunity attack, and I'm going to close the door behind me and just like lean on the door.
All right, cool. You rush out the door and you slam it. Make an athletics check as you.
13.
All right, as you rush out of the door, you do so, and as you reach for the door, you.
I believe the book can't make opportunity attacks while it's slowed anyway.
It cannot.
Oh, okay, cool.
All right, the door is shut, and there is just some rattling on the other side. You are now out of initiative.
I put down Esther and I just
All right. And then before Cyrus has noticed where Argento has gone, he turns to Vagog and says, "What was that noise?"
It was me slamming the door. I was testing the strength to see if it was fully mended.
And?
It's fully mended. You have a complete door. Congratulations. You don't have to buy a new one.
Oh, okay, I suppose. Hang on, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3.
So now that we're all here,
And he
we
counts,
say
like,
that you've booked
2
accommodation.
more
for us.
Yeah,
because of me.
you look as he watches. He tries to count on his hand, but he's missing like 2 fingers.
1, 2, 3. 3.
And this tiny little rodent arm comes out.
4, 5. 5. Oh. Hey!
Meanwhile,
And I'm like mirror image, so it counts 2 more of me.
across the chamber in another room, we find our friend Argento, who has opened the door to a large chamber, the Hall of Bones. Dark stains cover the floor of this area. Large oaken tables lie scarred and beaten, scattered around almost like toys torn apart, and in their places are furnishings made of pure bones. The ivory from these treated bones glisten against the moonlight that seems to stream from various very tiny slivers that you believe would allow for ventilation down in this lower area. The wall is 20 foot high and reaches up to a vaulted ceiling. It is stained a sickly yellow color, not because of the fade of time, but because they are adorned almost entirely by the bones of skulls arranged in a morbid and decorative fashion, giving the room an almost cathedral-like gravitas. 4 enormous mounds of bones occupy the corner of this ossuary, and garlands of skulls extend from these mounds to a chandelier of bone which hang from the ceiling above this long table made of bones in the center of the room. 10 chairs, also fashioned from bones and festooned with decorative skulls, surround this table, resting atop which is an ornate bowl. It's a vessel shaped, again, as you guessed it, out of bones. There's a door to the north, to the south, and the one that you have just entered via. Above each of the doors is a skull of a large and hideous monstrosity. And above the eastern door, which is the one that you have just entered, is the skull of a silver dragon.
Interesting. So yeah, as I sort of just barely move into the room, as I'm taking it in, looking around, so I can see this skull. Obviously, I've turned around and looked and seen everything in the room. Is it? You said the dragon skull is up there behind me?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, as you look at the dragon's skull, what you see is just this immense and massive dominating feature on this wall. Argento, your eyes suddenly begin to glow with a bright illumination. And what you see in front of you is the spectral form of a silver dragon. As it rises up, you hear the sound of its wings almost beating against an unseen breeze as it raises to its full height. It then turns its attention to you and roars, its very breath shaking the bones that make up this room. Whether or not you intend to, you suddenly find yourself on one knee as the dragon approaches and speaks to you from its ghostly form.
Rise, my son. Argento of the Silverback clan, heir to my honored bloodline.
Did
I
you
said
say
stand up,
heir?
you idiot!
He stands up. And then he says, did you say heir to your bloodline?
Aye, that I did. I am the great dragon, Agnivast. And you bear the blood of my kin. I sense it in you, and it is how my essence is able to reach you from beyond the grave.
Take a deep breath and sort of take it in. It's a bit, Argento never knew anything like this. He never knew of his past, so this is a bit taking him back. And he says, so I come from your line. What do you need from me? How can I be of service to you?
My story is one of sorrow. If help you offer, then listen to my tale, and decide for yourself how you may be of service. Many moons, far greater than that of most living mortals, I rose to stand against the evils that lay in Barovia. I fought Strahd in direct conflict. Claws and fangs, wings and swords beaten against the ever-changing landscape which was shook by our very battle. Unfortunately, it was I who fell in battle that day. And Strahd cleft my head from my neck and adorned it as a centerpiece to his castle. Were that enough for the bloodthirsty tyrant, he then sought out all members of my bloodline, and one by one slew any that bore my name or carried my blood. He knew that were my skull to ever be returned, I could grant a portion of my greatness unto those who carried my soul. And it would present him with an enemy far stronger than that of to which he is accustomed. But heed my warning. Should you take this task upon yourself, you would be so much as declaring loudly a Strahd as your enemy. I have been here for many moons, and I will remain for many moons more. And if and when you feel the time to be ready, decide for yourself to come and claim me, and put an end to the fiend. Or choose to return from whence you came, and live quietly in the shadow of the man who killed your brothers and sisters.
And with that, the spectral figure returns, disappearing as two motes reappear in the dragon's eye.
Argento sort of stands almost trembling with anger at the words of hearing that all of the family that I knew, it brings back all these things, all the family and all the people that I'll never now get to meet have been slain by Strahd. And so in that moment, I don't care what Strahd is, I don't care who he is. He's like my number one enemy at this stage. But as I fight the urge to run straight out and start yelling for Strahd, I think of all the other members of my group. And I just stand there for a moment and try to think of Esther and what she had said to me, and think of Demiro and Bragog and Sir Tim and what their missions are here. And I'm torn between whether I should take on this challenge personally and hope that they come with me, and also understanding that they have their own things. And maybe this is for the first time, I think Argento is thinking, he's thinking of other people. So I'm going to stare at the skull, and I'm going to say, I will take up your mission, whether that be now or in the near future. You can count on me to take up the fight and avenge you and my brother and sister from this evil demonic man. You have my word. I will fight Strahd for you. I will avenge you, and I will return you to your rightful place and restore your glory. Bow my head, go to a knee, and then I stand up and slowly sort of walk back out into the hallway to join the group.
All right. As you do so, you see that Cyrus is stomping his foot. It's him again! It's him again! Where he's done it! He's wandered off, and now I'm going to get in trouble with the master, and that's it. I'm just going to have to be you.
He's
Yeah,
wandered off.
just kill me! Just kill me now! Why don't you just get a bucket and stick my head in it and just drown me in front of you? Is that what you want, huh? Is that what you want? You want me just to die? Then just kill me already! Oh, there he is.
Yeah, he never left. He was right over there.
Where have you been? You didn't go in that chamber, did you? There's
Been
nothing.
here the whole time.
Must be my bung eye. He pulls out his eyeball, and he. I did think I saw a couple of he points at the Goliath, of you walking next to each other. Maybe it was just my eye playing tricks on me.
Well, he might have been in there, but how are we to tell? He's not there now.
Indeed. Very well. Come with me. I shall show you to your rooms.
And he goes into this area here.
I think we should follow. Demir. Demir just.
Yeah, Demir's like, haha, another door, bye.
I haven't.
I think he went this way.
He was like, what?
Maybe I ask Cyrus something.
Of course.
Okay, thank you. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay. It does. It is a long corridor, so it will take a while for him to get there to where I've put him on the map. So what would you like to say to Cyrus?
Okay. Mr. Bellevue, we promise you no harm, but we wish only to understand, and you're telling a strange story. You said first that he was asleep, and now he's busy.
Yes, yes, the master is busy and he needs his rest.
So he's busy sleeping?
Yes.
Doesn't feel like you're giving the full story.
At this point, he enters a chamber, which is a dusty 10-foot wide, 30-foot long corridor. It has a flat ceiling and 10 foot overhead. To the south is a web-filled spiraled staircase leading downwards into the darkness. And he steps onto pretty much the other side of what looks to be a platform.
He says, "This is the elevator to the main floor. We don't normally accept guests this way, but it will prevent you from having to scale these stairs and trigger the traps that lie within. Once you are all on, I shall raise it up so that you may reach the upper floor. Then I will follow on the stairs." Thank you for following.
No, he actually says that to you. Thank you for following him to this place.
Oh, no problem.
Also, by DM Stretch, and for those of you who have not checked out DM Stretch is a wonderful Twitch streamer. He does a lot of world building stuff, some D&D stuff, and it was his birthday last week. So if you guys in chat can do me a favor, if you are into world building, if you are into that sort of stuff, go and just click on his name, go follow his channel, go give him a quick follow and cheeky little follow, and go watch some of his stuff. He's a great and wonderful person. All right.
There was an incident.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Did you want to do an insight check, was it?
There was one.
Oh, there was one? Or was there one?
Channel. No.
Eric did it.
Oh, right. Oh, hold on. Sorry, my apologies.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
There we go. Yep, 3 minutes ago.
Eric
And we
did
had a
an
plot
insight
twist.
check.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I do apologize. I have 2 windows, so I need people to tell me when stuff gets played, because
I tried messaging you, but maybe I'll just say it from now on. So.
yeah, just say it. Say it's fine. Saying it's fine. All right, so let's start with the plot twist first. From Froghemoth Legs, thank you so much. Guys, if you want to know what these are our plot twist cards that we use to generate plot twists for our stream. Now, Froghemoth, if you would like, I will give you 2 numbers to choose from, and you may pick either of these, and I will tell you what they are. So yes, you'll get a choice. So here we go. Uno, dos, okay. We have in chat. All right, there we go. So those are your two choices, Froghemoth. You may choose one of those as a plot twist. And we have an insight check from Eric. Eric, of course, by the way. It's good to see you, man. I miss you. I miss you so much. We have an insight check from Eric. Eric is a great person. And he has provided you a insight check. I'm going to say this. The staircase that you came down was pretty long. So you get the impression that, an elevator is a good idea. That being said, you're suspicious as to why he needs to operate it from the outside. I mean, if he had to operate it from the outside, then how does he get himself up and down, if not via the staircase?
Hmm. Yeah.
Something is suspicious here. And we have the choice, bad decision. So that is the plot twist that we're going to use as soon as you guys decide what you'd like to do.
The bad decision is we believe him anyway and go to.
I was, I was actually going to say,
No.
If you want to try it out, I'm happy to oblige.
Can I see any controls for the elevator anywhere?
Looking across the way, let me see if I've got an actual diagram for this. No one look at my screen on my player's side. You guys, the audience, you guys can look at this, but my players, I'm going to ask, do not look at my screen. Actually, you know what? I can do this. Haha.
No!
There we go.
No!
Okay, here we go. So for my audience, okay. So for my audience, let's have a look. So
the audience actually sees what we see.
okay, there we go.
there's something off about this dude.
All right, so this is what they're seeing. Okay, so you do not see any controls on the other side of the of it. You do, however, see the staircase that he described going up and down.
Okay.
Argento
Have we seen
wants to
signs
ask him-
of traps so far that he's keeps warning us about.
He believed that, from what he said, that these traps are likely on the stairs themselves, but there do not seem to be any on the platform where he is currently standing.
Argento asked him, what if I'm afraid of elevators?
I would ask how you know what an elevator is.
Well, you said that
They're not
stand
very
on this
common
platform
outside
and
in
it
towns.
goes up.
You don't like
No,
going
no,
up?
no.
What you
you
say
mean?
is that he's afraid of new things.
Yeah.
Oh.
You said we stand on this and it raises us.
It sounds like
I'm
witchcraft. You travel with a witch. All right, he goes,
We still don't have your video, by the way.
oh yeah, I'll give it back to you. Here you go.
He's like, no, I don't want you to see it yet.
Yeah, there you go. All right. He goes,
Very well. You may take the stairs. The others will take the elevator.
Oh, I think that's for them to decide. If I can take the stairs, why can't they take the stairs?
Well, because getting one of you through all the traps is less difficult than getting all of the rest of you through it.
Well, how are you going to get through the trap?
Well, I set the traps, so I know where they are. Besides, I'm very trustworthy.
Argento, if you don't. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Go first.
Okay. If you don't trust him to follow him up the steps, one, you could follow in the footsteps of. If he's going up the stairs as well, you can follow in the footsteps to where he's going. But just in case, I also pull off of me. I have a 10-foot pole that I pull out of my bag of holding, and I hand it to Argento. You can always test the steps in front of you as well.
so are you saying
So
you touch
traps.
Argento with a 10-foot pole?
No,
Sorry.
I
Bad, Michael.
thought you were talking about the Grinch. Like, I wouldn't touch you with a 9.5-foot pole.
Yeah. But yes, I'll hand him the 10-foot pole I've got on me. And
Excuse me, but I'd rather you not trigger up all the traps that that I set. I set them for a reason, and I don't really want to go back up and down, untriggering them.
well, then you better not hope Argento gets hit, and I'll take the pole back and put it back in the bag of holding.
Or you could take the bloody elevator.
Well, you said he's got to. One of us has to go up the stairs.
No,
I'll
no,
take the
no,
stairs
no
with
one's
you.
saying one of you has to go up the stairs.
Oh.
That is exactly the opposite of what's being said. I said all of you should get on the elevator, and he said I don't like going up.
Oh,
I feel we've gotten off onto the wrong, well, web foot. Here.
He looks at his webbed foot again.
Just want to maybe get to know you more so I can, trust.
You've broken a door.
We
That'll be
fixed it. I told you I was hungry.
Argento did miss out on a lot of our trust building exercises.
Yes. Yes. I was just hungry.
See. Well,
okay. There'll be food in the room.
So, how does this elevator work exactly? No,
let
nothing
me
seems to be
explain.
happening.
Well, once you've stepped onto the platform, I activate the pushy thing here, and then it'll start going up. And then once you reach the place that you have reached, I let go of the pushy thing, and then it stops where it is.
Oh, so you push that pushy thing.
No, it's not that pushy thing.
He just presses the push. He
It's not that pushy thing, it's this pushy thing.
That pushy thing.
activates a different trap. and-
He's actually so he's the pushy thing he points at is like over here. He says it's over here.
Oh, this one.
Yes, but don't touch it. Smack.
Fascinating. Don't touch this.
No, smack. Stop it. I'm on to you and your things, Esther.
Something makes me happy because Esther, while all of that's going on, she's looking, kind of like leaning, looking at the stairs, kind of steps on the wall with her slippers. Just like,
Yes.
Oh,
The climbing.
That's right. You've got slippers of spider climb. All right. So so this area here, you actually look up and you can't actually see a shaft, as it were. The room itself, like this actual section of corridor, lifts in its entirety up. So so once you're in this area here, where I've just placed Vagag, you're inside the elevator.
oh, what about the steps?
The steps are over here, downwards and upwards. So they're a
I'm
little
gonna
bit
sit
further away. So yeah, you can look and see them over this side. But he'll then go, careful. There are traps there. I've just said. Why are you people so difficult?
I look over at Sir Tim and ask him, "What do you think? Do you trust this guy?"
He looks at you like,
Never trust him implicitly. He did a trust exercise in the corridor.
Oh, yes. No, I trust him. Every single instinct in my body has said to absolutely trust this this human being. Please don't
Oh, I don't
trust
think he's
him.
human.
please don't trust.
All right, so I'm gonna go stand over next to him then and say, all right, buddy, show me the way.
Okay, once everyone is on the elevator,
Okay, I'll get on.
all right, you two.
come on, chop. Get off me. Stop hugging me.
Come on.
Over here. What are you doing? Just stand over there.
But I'm not on the elevator.
Yeah. All right, Demira.
And Iona.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there you go. And Esther.
One second. Sorry.
Are you getting
Do
on the
you want me
elevator?
to go? You want me to go? I was just gonna do something, but if you want me to go, I can.
No, go ahead. This is me asking you what you're doing.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I have something. I want to try it first. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to find something. I'm sorry.
All good. The party's secret weapon, annoying the NPCs. Yes, Froghemoth, that is their secret weapon. It's literally every game I've played with Tim since I've known him in the last, like 13 years, 14 years. His go-to tactic, which has worked on me every single time, is a war of attrition between the patience of his character and the patience of mine. I have not won one of these
I'd
battles.
just like to see how much backstory Michael
I'm
can
not
do.
one woman.
How much backstory can you make, Michael? How many reasons, how many things can we explore about this goddamn elevator before we actually go up?
How are your parents going?
Okay. I'm sorry. So, sorry. Esther's standing for a second, and looks up wherever the elevators would lead, and looks to Cyrus and says, "There's an intrinsic level of trust one must have to enter another's home.
Mm-hmm.
And for that trust to be broken is a mad shame. But
Yes.
do we have reason to trust you?
The reason to
Or
trust
do
we
we
don't
just have
even
that
know each
insurance?
other. Of course not.
Exactly.
We're strangers. We've barely known each other. I'm just here to do a job, and you keep making it very hard. I ask you to wait in the back. You don't wait in the back. I ask you to not go in the kitchen. You go in the kitchen. Basically, the only thing that's happened here is I'm the only one who has kept up with everything I've said.
Then you agree.
Well, I mean, yes.
Then you would not mind if I made sure
Of what?
that you are trustworthy.
I mean, I guess.
Alright. Let's see, which one should
What's happening right now?
I?
I'm afraid.
No, no.
Nothing to be afraid of. It's just another trust exercise.
My modesty.
He's like, what's happening?
I like you,
don't like
but
it.
but you know, I only serve the master.
7 seconds.
Like, look at what? She just does detect magic. She's like, what's going on?
He's not magic.
No, not him. Not him.
There's
Just look
no-
around. Not,
Yeah, there's necromancy everywhere in Castle Ravenloft,
exactly.
but there is nothing special about the there's no magic on the elevator specifically, and there is no magic from where he is either.
Then that's good because, well then, if anything were to happen, whose fault would it be?
He looks
There's
over
no
at
magic.
he looks at
Yeah.
Argento.
I put the warhammer on my shoulder and put a hand around him and say, "No, I don't think there's anything to worry about, to be honest. Because if anything should happen to my traveling companions,
Oh no.
I love
Oh, no.
I love how that's what you've interpreted that on. His interpretation is if anything goes wrong, we know who to blame, right? And he goes, "Yep."
looks at me,
Looked straight at us. It would definitely be your fault.
I put my arm around him and say, "If anything should happen to my traveling companions, I'm going to rip your spine out through your mouth."
What happened to making friends? I feel like we had a conversation like 2 seconds ago about how you
This
and
is
I
how
got
we
off on
foster
the wrong
friends.
foot. I feel like we got off on the right foot. You're a bloody sociopath. You are.
We're friends, right? Like friends.
Oh.
I'm just saying. If
No
It's
wonder
a
the
bit of
master
hurt
puts you in
ripping
wine.
amongst friends.
Only
No,
you should
someone
hurt
has
my
a
other
hard
friends.
person.
It's fair.
He turns out and very passively aggressively goes,
I can see why the master put you in wine. All you do is wine.
Oh.
Touche, my webfoot friend. Touche.
"All right." So,
Oh, my-
Esther, Esther, how you feeling?
Not good.
I got a bad feeling about this, Mike. I got a bad feeling. I don't want to get in the elevator. Don't make me get in the elevator.
Doesn't mind the elevator. She minds whatever's happening over there with our agenda.
All right.
Like, okay, I'll just go up with the spider climbing. Y'all do whatever y'all want. I'm going up.
All right. So you get onto the elevator. As you do so, was that a train? Did anyone else hear that, or was that just my brain?
I heard it for a sec. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Never mind. I was like, doo doo. Last call. No. Okay. Anyway.
Last call to Ravenloft.
Yeah. Last call to Ravenloft. Okay. Here we go. So. He reaches forward and begins to push an indent in the wall. As it does, you hear the sound of stone moving and shifting. All of a sudden, the large section of the room that is in the center suddenly starts to rise upwards, and you can watch as as two kind of almost like stone walls close you off in this section of the room, and two flames suddenly ignite on either side of the elevator. You now see and watch as you're pulled up the next flight of stairs. Meanwhile, down below, Cyrus is holding his hand firmly against the wall, and as long as he's doing so, the whole thing is rising. Argento, what are you doing while he is holding this button?
Basically standing there next to him, listening and watching to see if anything weird or I guess out of the ordinary besides, is going to happen. Like if it's going to screams are coming, or if they're getting nervous, if they make noises. So kind of just listening in to see what their reactions are like as they go up, and just standing there next to them to watch it.
Oh, you cast silence, Michael.
Yep, I've got stupid tiny silence wizard. All right, as he is holding the stone, he says, "Oh, that's really peculiar. It seems as though the elevator stopped. It's stuck."
I thought you said you could get us out.
If you're not there,
Oh.
Argento.
Oh, yeah. Okay, it's still down there.
It's stuck.
What do you mean?
It's stuck. It's not going up anymore. They're stuck in the roof somehow.
What about bringing it down?
Well, they have to
bring
make
it
it
back
all the
down?
way up. I don't even know how far stuck up they are.
Oh, we're very stuck
Why
up.
don't you-
What's that?
We're very stuck up.
Yes, you're very stuck up. Argento, what did you say?
Can't you just look up and see where they're at?
Well, no, I can't. I mean, if I do, and they're stuck just above the next floor, they're gonna fall to the ground and break into tiny pieces.
Wow. So what do you propose we do? This is your idea. This is your elevator.
All right. Well, here, swap positions with me. You put your hand here and just hold it, and then I will go and look at the underside of the elevator and see how far they are.
Before I do that, I kind of walk up close to where the elevator would be, keeping in sight, and I call out, Magog, Esther, Demiro, Sir Tim, can you hear me?
You don't hear a response back. Come on, quick! I mean, my arm is starting to get a bit tired here. Unless you just want to poke your head out and have a look.
I sort of growl and say, you said that they have to make it to the top. Now you're saying if you let go of that button, they will fall.
Well, yes, because
Which is it?
It's both. I mean, I can't just hold this indefinitely. It was supposed to only be all the way to the top, and it should have been there by now, but it's stuck. We've been over this. Now, look, either you tell me where they are, and if they're stuck, then I can let go because I know that they're going to just not fall as far as they can. But if they're still going up, then at least I can be sure of it, and then I can let go freely.
I tell you what, I will hold the button.
Okay, come hold the button quickly.
And You will look up to see where they are. You're not leaving my sight.
Yes, no, I'll do that. That's exactly what I've been saying.
Don't go up the stairs. You're not leaving me here.
No, I won't leave you, I promise. I promise.
All right.
All right.
Put my hand on the wall and sort of push him in front of him.
Okay, you need to hold it tightly, okay, yes?
Yes,
Okay, you've got it? All right, good.
I've got it.
He steps away, and ladies and gentlemen, this is the point in which we are going to be playing our plot twist. Bad decision. And I'm going to be honest with you, Argento, you had no winning choice there.
No, I was like, I don't know what to do.
There was no winning choice. All right, so Cyrus quickly moves to the underside of the elevator, but as soon as he does so, he jumps across the little threshold, and he says, "This will teach you for coming in and threatening me. Now, if you let go, your friends die. Ha 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 ha! I'm going to go and tell the master, and then he's going to make sure that all of you die and that you end up in a soup. Ha 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 ha! Away I go." That is exactly how he runs.
He doesn't.
All right, Argento.
Anyone.
I need a strength saving throw from you, please, as you hold your hand on this button.
Oh, no. I'm gonna give him my chat inspiration.
Oh, okay.
Actually, I do have an inspiration.
Yeah, very well, very well.
I'll use it.
Okay.
I'll.
Oh.
All right, what do we get?
Yeah,
Oh, it's a tough one. It's an inspiration, so you do get advantage. Oh, all right. You hold as your hand is pressing on it. Meanwhile, up at the top of the stairs. Nope, that's not the one I need. That's not the one I need. There's the one I need. Okay. Over here, let's see. That is... Aha. Hold on, I need to find it. Oh God. Dun 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 dun, where is it? There we go. Over here. Oh no, it doesn't stop here. Oh no, where does it go? Where have I taken my players?
Center of the earth.
Ah, there we go. This is where I've taken my players. Okay, good. I have taken my players here. There we go. All right. The GOG. Oop. God dang it. Apologies. As you know, I do tend to have bugbears in my games. Here are my bugbears. Matapod Studios! Yay! Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Thank you for hanging out today. We are playing Curse of Strahd, and my group is currently in an elevator, heading to the top of Strahd's castle, as one of our players is at the bottom of the elevator, attempting his hardest to prevent the group from plummeting to a death by maintaining pressure on a pressure plate that is currently up there. Yeah, that is currently where everyone is at and what everyone is doing. Here we go. There's that one.
Eric just played plot twist.
We got another plot twist. Okay, hold on. Before we get to that, let me just lock token scale. There we go. Perfect. Okay. Now I am going to. I'm not going to share this map because this is the DM map, but you know I needed the map really quickly because I wasn't expecting that to work. All right. Now, as you step out of the elevator, which has now reached the top floor, you can't hear anything. You've actually traveled quite a way. A door opens in the wall, and you step out into what looks to be a corridor. To the left, you see what looks to be a shining, glittering room filled with treasure. Meanwhile, to the right, a corridor that carries on to a large set of double doors. And there is also a stairwell leading down.
You step off the elevator. It's perfectly fine. It was quite a nice ride, actually. It was very smooth, very calm, you know. And
we don't have the maps. We don't have ourselves.
You can't have a map. You can only look at my screen, and I will move you.
Yeah. So I step off.
That must be the elevator that Cyrus was talking, or the staircase that Cyrus was talking about. How far did we think we might have traveled going up the elevator?
Probably 2 stories.
Okay. Oh, sorry, Esther.
So. Okay. So we made it up and we can step out now?
Yep.
Okay, then. May I use sending real quick?
Yes, you may.
Okay. To Argento.
Okay. We now transport back to the bottom of the staircase. Where... One moment. Okay. All right. Argento, you have your arm inside of this hole. Sweat dripping down your arm as you know that if you move, the elevator is going to come crashing down and shatter your friends. Your arm begins to sort of throb and your heart rate begins to increase. You look around for anything you could use to help, but this place is barren and bare. You look down and you see something. The caretaker's walking stick. You might be able to prop it up against the floor and keep the button pushed. I need you to make an athletics check to try and reach it with your foot.
Also, just hey, Argento.
All right. This is hopefully good. Yeah.
All right. You pull at it with your feet. And sure enough, you pull it close enough that you end up holding onto it with your other hand. Now, with utmost care, you prop the button open. I need an acrobatics check.
Oh, not good.
Oh.
Oh, no.
All right. You time it. 3, 2, 1. And as you place it there, all of a sudden... Esther, what's your sending say?
Oh, you're muted.
Sorry, my Zoom was messing up. I was. So you said, what does sending say?
Yeah, all of a sudden, in Argento's head, you hear Esther's voice. It says...
Argento, we made it up fine. How far are you on those stairs? You can respond to this message.
You can respond to this message.
I'm sort of just like, not far.
Meanwhile, up a different flight of stairs.
Dinosaur trap he misplaced. Oh.
As the caretaker is running for his life up the stairs, knowing that there's probably an angry dragonborn somewhere not far behind.
So yeah, still down at the bottom here.
Argento is feeling so full of trust.
Yeah.
Feel the trust. All right.
Trust is rough.
Okay, so
to kill Webfoot.
have to kill Webfoot. All right. As you release the button for the elevator, you're like, and you begin to make your way up the stairs. As we will have you do this, as we have actually reached the apex of what I have prepared for this evening. We will play out one final plot twist. This, of course, is the plot twist of Monsieur Eric, who is, of course, a wonderful friend to the channel, who has decided exactly what we're going to do. So, we return quickly to the others at the top of the stairwell. Esther, you've sent your sending spell. Demiro, Vagag, and Sir Lancelin have stepped off from the elevator. Now, the chamber behind you is filled with smoke. A thick, beautiful, eerie scent seems to waft in your direction. Almost the smell of like sandalwood. It's very appealing. Do you wish to investigate?
What are all the rooms again? I'm sorry. So you said that there was one with treasure, one with the sandalwood smell, and one with
The double doors.
There's the elevator you came out of, the double doors to the right, and the sandalwood smelling incense room that seems to just kind of be behind you to what looks to be it's like a tapestry of what looks to be a portrait of a grand vault filled with a great number of many treasures that Strahd has collected over the years.
I think it best that if we do go there, we touch nothing.
Well, there is a nice fireplace if you would like to throw more things in there, Vigard.
I don't have any more to throw in, but it does smell good in there.
All right.
Can I have a look on the stairs, see if I can spot any of these so-called traps that
Sure.
Boris mentioned?
So, Demiro, you investigate the stairs. Vagag, what are you doing?
I'm not entering the room, but I'm like staring kind of into the room. It smells good.
You can't see into that room. You just see a tapestry that has borne this smell. The tapestry is of a vault filled with treasure, and the smell seems to be coming from the portrait.
Okay. Oh, I'm looking at the portrait then.
It's a very beautiful portrait. Esther?
I want to. Did Cyrus give us any directions? Because I imagine it would take him a long time to get up. So would he have said anything about where to go to wait?
He told you to. He just told you to wait here.
Okay, then I guess I shall wait and see what everyone else does real quick.
Okay. As you look down the stairs, you don't see any signs of traps. As you watch the tapestry, you also don't see any signs of anything really. Just this beautiful, very intricate drawing. Sir Lancelin, your NPC gnomish paladin friend, takes a moment to just catch his breath. He waits impatiently for the caretaker and Argento. As he does so, we are going to play our final plot twist from Eric, Moment of Indecision. As his feet are tapping on the floor, he looks around. He says,
Gee, I wonder what's keeping them. I mean, sure, we came up a few flight of stairs, but this is still taking quite a while. Hey, Demiro, did you find anything down at the bottom of the stairs?
No signs of any traps, if there are any. They're very well hidden.
There is no response back.
From what?
From Sir Lancelin.
Oh. Tim?
And the tapping stuff?
The tapping has stopped.
Oh, no. Uh-oh.
Is he literally disappeared?
You turn around. You see Sir Tem's shield on the floor.
That's a bit
Oh,
strange.
sorry. Is that too? Hang on, let me lower the sound on that real quick. It is very high pitch. All right.
Did anyone see Tem run off somewhere?
Sorry, what? As I was distracted by the painting.
Oh, well, Tem was right next to you a moment ago, asked me a question, and dropped
Isn't
his
he
shield
right-
and
Oh,
disappeared.
What? Okay, dang. I go pick up a shield.
All right. As you go to pick up his shield, you feel something strange. A thick and viscous goo that seems to be covered and slathered onto the shield. You try to pull your hand away, but there's a strong resistance. And as you pull it, it almost looks like thousands of these tiny, thick silk strands seem to come off the shield at the same time.
Oh no.
As you look up. We'll be back next week, ladies and gentlemen, as we find out what it is our group ends
Gonna
up
be another
seeing and what
baby
they end up
vampire.
doing. Oh my god.
Baby vampire.
All right. Thank you very much, everyone. Guys, as always, it has been an absolute pleasure. And look, we have 40-something people in chat today. Thank you so much, guys, for coming and listening and hanging out today. We've had an amazing game. We've had an amazing time. I know a lot of people say my games are short. They're like 2-hour sessions, but I think we get so much done in those 2-hour sessions. And they happen every single week right here at the Delzy Gamer channel. So if you haven't subscribed or followed, go do that. I mean, it's a great idea. Now, before we get into our most memorable moments, a thing that we have borrowed, of course, a sister thing that I do to favorite moments, that is from none other than the dreaded GM, who is in chat. Who I see you. I see you. I see you right there. And I've also stolen another thing from your channel, by the way. I started it today. I've started it today. Try to lurk for me, and then I've got a new game. I've got a new game that I've got on my channel. So to try that out. Anyway, I digress. We've got bit hypes. Yay! Thank you, Testriel, for the bits. Thank you for feeding Phantom. Ladies and gentlemen, any donations not only go to supporting the channel, but also go to feeding little Phantom there. Little Phantom, my dragon. Hey, baby dragon. Hey, baby dragon. All right. So I've got a little thing. So yeah, there you go. And then we've also got the protect thing. And then we roll protect to protect our lurkers, because that's what we do in the crypt. Yeah, it's new. Okay. Yeah, it's what I got. Anyway. It was an awesome game. We had obviously the big encounter with the mimic bat thing. We've had a lot of conversational encounters with of course Mr. Bellevue, and there's of course the little trick on Argento, which was quite fun as well. So. Let's hit our players. Let's find out what the most memorable moments are. And Esther.
Sorry.
No, you don't apologize.
I didn't get your attention. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Sorry, I missed that.
I had been trying to get your attention beforehand, but it's okay.
No. By all means, if you had something else, go for it.
I just wanted to ask you, was it tapestry?
The tapestry, it was the tapestry itself was on the wall where we saw Vigag, and it was of a vault filled with treasure, and the smell was coming from that area, but no source of that smoke or that scent.
There was just something, but it can wait. If you.
No. We leave on a cliffhanger so that we got something to come back. But good point. I would absolutely write down your action so that we have it for next week, and you can start the game strong with that one. Yay! All right.
Sorry.
Don't apologize. It's because that's a good thing to ask for, because guys, sometimes we do end the sessions quite abruptly, and sometimes we can, feel as though I won't remember that next week. So thank you for asking. I appreciate that, because I don't want you to feel like you miss out on any of that stuff either. All right, now guys, we are going to do memorable moments. What was the most memorable moment of the session for today? And we will, we'll go through that. We'll go through that. And to my lovely audience, if you have any questions for the players or for myself, feel free to throw it in chat as well, and then we will do our wrap. So, let's start with Vigog. Vigog, what was your most memorable moment today?
Honestly, the mimic was a surprise. Throwing the book in there, hoping that it would just be like one and done, because Vigog's whole thing was so that no one could cook using this book again. That's why he wanted to destroy it. And then it turning into a mimic, and he was like, "Oh, I know what these are. Oh shoot, let's get out of here."
That was hilarious. I loved it too, because it was a cookbook, and then you threw it into the fire for the cooking thing. I thought that was extra funny. Originally, the book isn't anything, but I wanted it to be. I didn't want it just to be a regular book, so I was gonna have it be a cursed book. But then you went and picked it up, and I was like, "Uh-oh!" And so I turned it into a mimic, and that was funnier as well.
It's a cursed mimic.
Yeah, we do. We kind of enjoyed that encounter. It was a nice, quiet little thing, and it wasn't too difficult to fight either. Argento, most memorable moment for today?
Quite a few actually, but I guess that from a character base, it was the interaction with the dragon. It's sort of having the knowledge now that Argento comes from a very, I guess, strong and brave and warrior of a dragon, a real dragon. That's sort of my ancestry comes from, and it's a lot of learning from him over the last couple of episodes. So for me today, it was the interaction with the dragon and giving more of a purpose to the character a little bit, I guess, to add that extra layer of now really wanting to focus on going after some people and doing something for my own kind, I guess.
No, absolutely, and I thought that moment was very, very cool, because we got to definitely see Argento in a bit of a different light as well, which I think was great.
You'll have to come back for the skull of the dragon after.
Yeah, so whenever we get a chance, I'll have that conversation with the group whenever we get a chance to let them know. So.
It's like, by the way, I can get extreme powers by taking the head of this dragon. What?
Yep. Demiro?
I just can't believe that we can't trust Cyrus.
Didn't
see that coming.
Yeah, I know, right? Just out of the blue. I mean, my God.
I'm really enjoying this castle. It's feels very thematic. There's just things everywhere. Lots of stuff going on. It's thoroughly enjoying.
Awesome. Because dungeon delves can be a little bit tiresome at times. So I'm really glad that that this is like just being such a really engaging and fun game session for you guys as well. So that's just been awesome. So I'm glad you guys are having fun. That's awesome.
I like the variety. It's not just go in and fight skeletons and then this corridor is full of traps.
It's all about tricking the host and then getting tricked by the host. And then
Absolutely. And you know what? And the cool thing is that you guys recognize these moments, right? Like this guy's not trustworthy, right? But you play along with it, which is fun, because that's how. I mean, I always tell this to people: the most fun traps are the ones that spring. If you know that there's a trap there and you just throw it away, then it's done and dusted. But now you guys have gotten to see a little bit of that, and you've got to kind of see an element to the whole betrayal thing. It becomes silly, but it's fun. It's entertaining, and we got that awesome moment with Argento holding the button, thinking everyone's about to die. And
it's either we get killed by an elevator or we get killed by stairs.
Yeah, exactly. So that was.
I think it's it plays out better for everyone when we're playing adventurers, not players thinking everything's a TPK and
Exactly. And you know what helps with that is having a GM who you can trust to bring you to that point when they need to, and who knows when to hold back when it needs to be held back. Like, that was never going to be a moment where I was going to wipe out my group, like, flat out. Like, sure, someone may have been
You're all
injured.
dead. Game over.
Yeah, exactly, because what am I going to do then? So yeah, I'm glad that you guys trusted me with that, and I'm glad that you guys kind of lent into it too, because that was just a bundle of fun. Esther, most memorable moment for today?
I'm not really sure. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I had a memorable Esther moment. I think my most memorable Esther moment came from the frustration she had at Vagag when she was being carried, and she just started glowing bright red and was just shaking with anger, like, Vagag, Argento, oh my god, is the paladin just pushing this guy now? Oh my god. It was hilarious. It was so much fun to see that, and can't express enough how much I appreciated that bit of roleplay there. As for me, guys, look, my most memorable moment today was definitely getting to that point where everyone was like almost frozen in that, like, we don't want to go up the stairs, but we have to go up the stairs, but you can't make us go up the stairs. And I'm like, and both me and my NPC were like, well, what the hell do you want me to do? We can sit here playing I Don't Trust You, or you can get up those damn stairs. So it was a great little piece, and it was a lot of fun. I quite enjoyed that. Let's go through some stuff from chat, shall we? I like chat stuff. Yada 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 yada. We're doing raps? Is this how we end things now? Musical numbers?
No.
Yeah, totally rap. Rap party. No, I don't know. I can't rap. Actually, you know what? I can rap. I'm not going to undermine myself. I can rap. I just don't rap often. So there you go. Pushing all the players' buttons was one of the favorite moments. Yeah, I think everyone got button pushed at some point. That was pretty funny. One day we'll set this up and we'll have to rap our favorite moments. Fair enough. Dad could provide a beat by rattling bones. When did this become about me playing music? I can't rap either. There you go. All right. The players need to trust the DM. From Dice Stormers, the players need to trust the DM enough to make the moments worth remembering, and the DM needs to trust the players enough to take advantage of their plot armor. Absolutely. I imagine, here's my 2 cents, and this is to every GM who's watching now. And each and every one of you. Here is, if you can walk away with learning anything from me as a human being running games as a GM, it would be this. Right? Never make a PC death boring. That is the only thing you need to do. You have infinite power in your role-playing game, and no one at your table should ever die a boring death. Always make it something. Make it something worthwhile. A guy doesn't trip down the stairs and break their neck and die. Do something that is going to make that player remember the character, their experience, their lives, and their death forever. That is me. That is pretty much my mantra. No one ever dies a boring death in my games. Ever. Unless they're a boring person.
Hey.
Yeah.
Since everyone was demanding a rap, I can do a short.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna do a rap? All right, hold on. I got one more question. Then we'll listen to Demira rap. All right, here we go. Eric said, "I rather like the way that she questioned Cyrus too. It felt natural, both of how she approached the questioning and then let it drop without a doubting sound." That was very true, actually. You know, that Esther interrogation of Cyrus. That was actually that was very well done. And it added just enough intrigue to the scene that was really cool. Cyrus found dead at the bottom of the stairs. All right. Okay. We've reached the end of chat. So, Demiro, sign us out with your awesome rap.
So, we're walking through the dust, and we're building up our trust. Did we hit a trap? Oh no, that's a rap. It ended on a cliff. I hope we don't end up stiff.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Thank you very much to, of course, my wonderful players, my Patreons who, of course, support this channel. Guys, if you want to go and support the channel as well, did I actually? Nope, I didn't. I will do that next time. Anyway, you can go check out my Patreon, patreon.com/deadaussiegamer. If you would like to join these guys or one of my other tables, you can come and join because that is pretty much what we do. We sit down, we play games, we have fun. If you guys would, go and check out our sponsors, Hero Forge, who provide us with all of the wonderful artwork that you can see for all the characters, some of the NPCs that we use in the show, as well as some of the shows that I do on, during the week as well. Be sure to go and check out Sirenscape as well. I did these ones.
Yeah. Look at
Did
that.
Oh, God dang it. I gotta fix some things, boss.
Gotta fix it, man.
All right. Oh, yeah. And Sirenscape, of course, which provided us with the awesome tunage that we got to listen to over the course of the game. We are now going to go and raid. We're going to go and raid someone. Hey, Triangle, welcome back. Welcome back. We're just wrapping up now. We are going... Ben from Sirenscape is in your group. That is awesome. Tell Ben I said hi. I love Ben. Ben is like one of my favorite human beings. I'm always really worried to reach out to him because I'm always like, I reckon Ben is so busy, but I really, really, really loved playing with him during GaryCon, and I want to play with him again. But anyway, so more stuff. Ben is awesome. Okay, we're going to go and raid. We are going to go and raid Daleric. Actually, you know what? No. Yeah, no, let's raid Daleric. We haven't raided Daleric in a while. Now, Daleric is a wonderful role player that streams every week. So we're going to go and hang out and send him all of our love. Guys, again, thank you so much. Big thanks for you guys and all of your support. Thanks to Tastril for the donations. Stuff like that just help us keep the channel alive and, of course, feed my little pet dragon. So there you go. Till next time, until I'm looking at you, which will likely be Saturday morning, for that's my next game coming up. Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Australian Western Standard, 7 p.m. US Eastern Standard, if you guys want to come and check us out then. We are playing Strange Aeons, which is another horror-themed adventure with a whole new cast of individuals. So come check that out. Until next time, as always, from us to you, game hard or die trying. Good night, folks.
See ya.
Bye.